Good day everyone! In today's presentation, I will share about the role of cultural relativism in ethics. Before anything else, I want first to define what is cultural relativism. We all know that cultural relativism is the ability to understand a culture on its own terms and not to make judgments using the standards of one's own culture. On the other hand, let us also know what is cultural relativism in ethics. Cultural relativism in ethics is the view that ethical and social standards reflect the cultural context from which they are derived. So now, let us talk about the role of cultural relativism. For its role, cultural relativism has benefits and criticisms. The first benefit, it makes people respectful. Second one, it encourages people to be open-minded. The last one, it encourages cultural development. While in criticisms of cultural relativism, it causes a hindrance to reform. Second, it causes conflict and confusion. Lastly, it can be easily manipulated. For the main goal of cultural relativism is to promote understanding of typical cultural practices that are not typically part of one's own culture. To my brief explanation, as I said earlier, cultural relativism is the ability to understand a culture on its own terms and not to make judgments using the standards of one's own culture. From its benefits, being respectful to each other. Since we are in a diverse culture, we should respect everyone's own culture because we do not believe in the same thing in all things. Also, it encourages people to be open-minded because we are already aware of the differences of different cultures. It's okay for us to encounter unfamiliar instances because we accept the differences of each culture. It supports the idea of following traditions, customs, and practices that are specific to an individual's culture. Moreover, in the criticisms, it causes problems to changes when they believe that the culture is totally right. They become close-minded. They don't accept any criticisms, and this will cause obstacles to any changes. Also, it causes conflict and confusion. Like for example, your parents is from different cultures. Suddenly, they argue, and the reason behind it may be right or wrong depends on the culture they came from. Finally, it can be easily manipulated because of the influence of the people around them. In conclusion, ethical practices may differ among cultures, and as a matter of fact, what is considered right in one culture may be considered wrong in another culture. But we should not battle about what culture is better. All we need to do is to respect each other as well as the culture and beliefs of each others. We should accept each other's differences in order for us to have an amazing world where negativity cannot grow and foster. Thank you and God bless.